Collectibles! And hello, party people. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Well, I've been fairly busy. Life hasn't been how it's been needing to be. But I still get my toys in. And man, do we have a little hellish review for you today. Today we're going to be looking at the Hellboy 1/6 scale figure by Hot Toys. Now, I didn't expect to get this one, but I really wanted to get it in. So thank you to Pop Collectibles, as well as Collector's Zone, Big Bad Toy Store, Comic Concepts, everybody's linked down below. So get it from whoever you want. You know, I have plenty of people I'm working with now, and it's such an honor to do such things. As you can see, this review is lit right now. It is literally lit. So, yeah, that's just fire. But anyway, we're taking a look at the Hot Toys Hellboy, and man, a lot of people didn't like the movie. A lot of people said, hey, it's kind of the crap movie. It was kind of... I think I liked it. I mean, the guy who played him, I think it's better than the original Hellboy. So this reissue Hellboy and the fact that they made a figure out of him was pretty cool. So I like that. I like that they did that. As you can see, the box is a little bit different from our usual Star Wars Marvel-y looking boxes, which I love. I love the artwork and freedom that these other licenses have in the art boxes, which... Big plus, who doesn't want that? Nice boxes and so on. So, as you can see, this one opens just like a shoebox. It kind of reminds me of the Bane figure, which Bane, obviously, it was a little bit smaller, but as you can see here, this little sleeve comes out and then the figure is within. So, as you can see, no figure. Mine didn't come with a figure, I just got the box. So let's go ahead and review the box. Man, this guy really does look cool. And to have this little Fison body going on is even better. As you can see, I have the bunches of accessories lined out. I don't have everything lined out here. So as you can see, I'm missing, I think, an extra pegtail, some hands, and stuff like that, which I'm not too worried about. That stuff, hands and stuff, you get what it is, basically. Different fists and knife holding hands. We know what those are. My main attractions with Hot Toys in my reviews are usually the Hot Toy itself, the figure. Obviously, I'm not too much into hands. I don't go too much into that stuff. But as you can see, man, this guy is seamless and flawless in its look. Now, I'm going to go into details and tell you certain things I see that's not the best looking. But, I mean... it is what it is, and it's what we got. And he did come with a lot of accessories, which is fair. So I want to go ahead and just go in and zoom on him, like certain details, and show you like that right there. As you can see, Mr. Horny Horn is having his, it looks floating. Right now, it looks like it's floating. Honestly, even right now, when I myself know the trick of what they're using to make this float, it's insane, and it's still fooling me, even though I put it up myself. But as you can see, in the back, his pigtail literally acts like a holder for his little crown, which is unbelievable. Hot Toys, you got me. You got me on that one. I love it. That pigtail pegs out, and the smaller pigtail, which I don't have, doesn't have that little clear peg going up, and it's just a regular pigtail if you don't want to display it with a crown. Now, obviously, who would not want to display it with a crown? Now, this does have clearance issues in the detail. As far as my buddy goes on Man of Hot Collectibles, he said he had some issues putting it inside of his detail. I think that's what he said. If it's not what he said, go over there and blame him, Man of Hot Collectibles, Dante over there, and say, hey, you lied to me. And that was him. That's him, not me. I think I heard it from him. So go ahead and do whatever to him. Now, the head sculpt. Obviously, a really sick, badass looking head sculpt. I mean, can you not just admire that stuff? That does have a bit of a Qui-Gon Jinn hairstyle, which obviously eliminates head articulation, basically to like 0. I would say articulating his head is probably one of the hardest points of this figure, and it's not the best point of the figure. So head articulation isn't really there. I wouldn't say it's the best of anything. So that's gonna be kind of a minus for this guy, which the head articulation, it's kind of not the biggest pinpoint on this figure. So the biggest thing for me is this beautiful, seamless body that he's got going. And man, look at those tiny nipples and the big pecs. It's just so irrationalized. I know. But man, it's just, look at that body. And I couldn't help myself but to start squeezing. And once I start squeezing, you can't help yourself but to, it's just so satisfying. It really is. And when you look at him, I'm going to spin him around, it looks like, and it really does. It feels like real muscle texture. Now, it doesn't texturize feel, but I'm like, the viscosity of the muscles, I don't know how to explain it, but it really feels like muscle. It's shaped like muscle. The rubber is, I'm sure it's a rubber of some sort, synthetic. Just the shape, the scarring going on, the paint apps on it, the smell, everything about it is extremely good. I love the smell especially. Anyway, as you can see here, his arms and stuff, his arms, when you do turn them, it does bend. Ratcheted joints. Thank you, Hot Toys. Ratcheted joints. When you do bend him, I'm going to show you here. It's not that bad. Well, I don't want to break it. I'm not going to go past that. All I'm getting is 90 out of him, but it's not that bad. As you can see, this guy's articulation looks completely normal. For being this type of a figure, it's completely normal looking. It's not that Thanos big giant gashing weird elbow. As you can see, it's as if it were muscle. As you can see, the way the muscle contours and stuff like that. Now, it's just, I love that kind of stuff. And weirdly enough, I feel like this material is going to last. It feels good. It feels premium. I don't know what it is about the materials. I don't know exactly what materials it is, but man, look at this. Okay, that's ratchet as well. And as you can see, look at this gap. It's as if it's real muscle. I mean, I'm just like, I'm astounded by how that they got such craftsmanship into this thing. I don't think I've ever seen it before. Maybe it has been done before, but I've never seen it before done like this. And it's just amazing. Now, as his big fat arm is up right there, we're going to take a look at that arm. And that arm is something special because, I just went into menus. It's something special because these little fingers articulate. I don't know how many people know that, but they do articulate because I do have some DID figures. Come on, get back down. Oh, nice articulation. I do have some DID figures, and as you can see inside of these hands, I saw holes, which I guess they're kind of like points of articulation, I guess you would call it. I'm not sure, but every time I see those holes, it means you can basically bend the figures. Not every time, but as far as I know, you can just bend these fingers like so, and you can have them like however which way you want. So that's pretty cool, and you can get a lot of things out of them. So whatever you want to do with those fingers, that's cool. As you can see, he's kind of vulgar with himself. But moving down, now here's where I get a bit iffy. Let me see if I can move his hands out the way, get the light showing. I'm gonna go over articulation in a second because that I'm really surprised by too as well. As you can see here, this is where it gets a little bit iffy for me. As far as gun holster stuff go, I do like they're not using the pleather for it. It's kind of okay. I do like that. Moving around, you have stuff like this, which is like, okay, it's kind of fine. It's not really, everything is just straight up molded, which is okay. I would have complained if it was pleather, so that's whatever. Now, this part on the belt, I'm disappointed to see in Hot Toys. His little cross, the little crucifix here, it's basically molded plastic. I think they kind of went cheapy with this. They could have given us real material, a real like silver necklace with a little, so it could be plastic, it's fine. But we didn't have to go this cheap with the vinyl. To see this little type of, yeah, it's a little complaint, but to see that on my Hot Toys figure, I think it's a bit cheap, and they should have went with real materials, at least plastic, and all the rest around it, it's fine. I don't have much to complain about it. Everything else is good on detail. Of course, I'm going to lose my figure, and so on. It just, it's not even in the belt loops. You see, it's not even in the belt loops. I'm not even sure if the belt loops even function, but it's not even in the belt loops. I would like if the belt goes in the belt loops. I'm not sure if it was like that in the movie, but it seems right. Anyway, as you can see, paint apps and stuff is good on the belt and ammo cartridges or whatever, so that's good. I just have this little small complaint of why this got to be so cheap looking. This looks horrible, and that's an easy replace. Just go to like accessories for war and go get dog tags made out of real metal. You can take that off, clip it off, and then clip this little crucifix off and attach it, and then boom. Or you can get a real crucifix in there and get whatever done. So that's that. Not a biggie, not a real biggie, but it's there. Now the pants I'm really surprised by, because the pants, when I came across it, as you can see a little bit here at the side, the pants are weathered, which is a very nice touch, Hot Toys. You went ahead and weathered the pants. I like that. We're seeing a little bit more out of you, a little bit more, little at a time. And then as you can see, the base that it comes with a regular crotch grabber and the Hellboy little emblem plaque right there. And before we go over accessories, I want to go over his little tail. So as you can see, he's a little hentai guy. He likes his tails. That's how we're going to get it. So as you can see, the tail comes out the back and of course is articulated. Now I'm not going to bend it too much because I don't like bending the figures, because I had a bad situation go where I was bending my Boba Fett Sarlacc pit tentacle, and it kind of just went boop. So I'm scared of bending stuff like this too much. I don't like the bendy stuff. The wolf predator, tail, alien tail, that kind of stuff. It's just scary to bend. But all in all, great looking figure. So let me push this to the side. I want to push everything to the side because I want to go over his accessories. So his base comes, well, it comes with this stuff to put on his base. And what this is basically, get it? Basically, little flames you can add to his little base. And I absolutely love these little things. It comes with like 4 of them. Yeah, it comes with 4 of these little flame on lit things. Literally looks like I'm holding fire. I love the way they did it, and it looks awesome. As you can see, it looks like fire. Ow, ow. And I think this is the creme de la creme of the whole thing. Man, I'm holding it upside down, sorry. And it just looks simply badass. Like, look at that sword. That is like hellish. That is just insane looking. And as you can see, the hilt is no less. Very well detailed. Looks just like brass or something of that manner. It has a peg. I guess it would go into one of his hands, probably the big holding hand. So that probably pegs into there. But there, that looks good. Then you have his regular sword, which it's a sword. Same hilt, no peg on this one, but beautifully done. Looks like metal and is not metal. I wish I would start doing die cast so we can go stab letter openers, letters. A couple of bracelets. Not too much about this, but a couple of bracelets they did have in the movie. Of course, you can see a cross on there and stuff like that, inner workings and stuff, details, paint apps, just great on this. Now this is his somebody tell me what this is. I don't know what this is. I forgot what this is. I watched the movie so long ago. I'm thinking this is like some sort of tracker beacon or something for Hellboy to hunt down demons and little evil things, I guess. I don't remember. Here is his 44 Magnum looking gun, shotgun. Well, this is actually a shotgun because it's a bolt for a shotgun. That's a little sawed-off hand shotgun, I guess. That's what that is. Paint apps are pretty good. Nothing can complain here. It's good weathering, a little silvery going on here and there. Pretty much what it is what you see. And this one would be his 44 Magnum looking thing, because this does have a revolving canister in it, as you can see. It revolves, and the lining of that isn't so lined up, but we're not worried about it. And good paint apps as usual. We have the little, looks like a printed on wood design right there. But it's a gun. I'm not gonna be too picky on these little tiny accessories. Other companies like DID they do them great. They do little tiny accessories really good. Real metal, real woods. Hot Toys, if you could step it up. But then again, I'm like, I don't want to pay the price. And here is his rock looking punching hand that he contains his evil in. As you can see, he has this big old hand. And I want to see if there is a peg in there for him to hold the sword. I don't see a peg, but there is a peg on the sword. Maybe it goes somewhere else. But anyway, very nice paint apps on this side. As you can see, it comes with another one that's fisted, and it comes with a bunch of other regular hands too. I usually don't go over that stuff. It looks like this part's off. Oh, no, it doesn't. Don't do that, Easy. Please don't. And you get this little lightning thing. I don't know where it goes, what it does. People are probably like, hey, Easy, you idiot, it goes there. But I'm like, I don't feel like reading the manual. Last but not least, he has little stubs that go on him. Pretty good looking, but I love the whole look of the horns. I love the horns. If you're rocking Hellboy, you go horns. Here we are back with the articulation part. And obviously, all the accessories are done with. They're all fine and dandy. Let's try the articulation. Now, I'm going to take off his little crown peg here because I don't want to risk dropping it. As you can see, there it is. Very nicely done. Very nice. I love fire effects from Hot Toys. It's always so good. It's always so good. So as you can see, here's the figure itself. Articulation on the head, like I said, was it going to be the greatest? I mean, really? There is none. Really, there is none. Shoulders and stuff like that we went over earlier. It's great because you have that nice ratcheted joints on the inside. As you can see, it's strong. And then the, man, yeah, that feels good. I really can't go any more than that. All I'm getting is 90 out of it, so I think it's single jointed. I really don't want to go any more than that. And then back down, as you can see, this is a really cool part. When you do an ab crunch, he really crunches. I mean, as you can see, let me zoom in. He really crunches right there. It's really nice looking. I like that whole look of that because it doesn't crumble up. It tucks in, and then you kind of have to move the pants down a little bit to get it back, but it's all nice and dandy. As you can see that little out layer. There's my dog barking because I live on a farm and he likes chickens. He killed some the other day. Anyway, and the legs, they're not articulated, but wow, we can really get some articulation out of these legs. He has a little fat suit under there. I can feel it, which doesn't hinder, of course. These are, wow, just look at that. Double jointed legs right there. That's really nice. I didn't really go over the boots now, did I? I'm looking into it. It's a vinyl design look, as you can see. Not much, don't have any swivel at all. No articulation on the ankle. Is that a problem? Not really, because he stands so well awkwardly. He does go side to side, he doesn't pivot. But other than that, no ratchet joints on the legs. But other than that, it's really good. And as you can see here, let me try moving this guy. This moves just as well. As you can see, the muscle contours as if it's real muscle. It's just insane. Watch it. I love it. That looks really good. I love the whole look of that thing. But anyway, okay. And this does come down a little bit sometimes. As you can see, the little black parts. Gotta push it up. And everything else on this figure, I can't, look at that belt detail. Everything else on this figure, I can't really complain on. I can't really complain on this guy because only some parts of him, which is the utility belt, having some cheap accents in it, head articulation, longevity has to be a concern in this. Oh, I forgot! Actually, he does come with a coat. He comes with a coat. I forgot it in the box. Dang, I too lazy to get that out now. What kind of toy reviewer are you, Easy? A guy with no time. That's me. Anyway, he does come with a coat, but I don't see why you would display it with a coat anyway. So that's gonna be my reason for not taking it out. It's a nice coat. It's well made, but I'd say this coloration would wear off on the coat, or the coat's color would wear off on this rubber material. Other than that, I mean, that's whatever. I forgot to take that out, didn't I? Yes, I did. But other than that, I have to say that this figure is a really nice figure. I'm gonna go close into his body. There you go. There you have it. I want to go into this figure's body because, man, that is one of a kind. I really like that. I really like his body. What? Okay. But you know what I mean. It's the only thing that scares me is the longevity of it. It doesn't look like it would be something that lasts very long. But then again, I can be wrong because this material is very different. It's very different in the way it's feeling and stuff like that. So I want to say it's a good little texture to it, but not sure on it. What would I rate this guy? What would I rate this guy all in all? I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 being that certain things on it kind of feel cheapy, and the material, we'll have to see. It does look like it's probably going to stick to itself in high humidity areas, so maybe that's a factor you got to watch out for. Another thing I would say is probably his boots aren't articulated. They could have gone split boot design for that ankle articulation. Other than that, I don't think anything else is wrong with this guy. He has a bit of problems going into a display. He doesn't fit well, but we all can figure that out on ourselves, and so on. As you can see, it just looks great. I mean, this figure just really does look great. I can't get over it. But it's going to be a problem for you guys with details. Maybe you can take the base out. I do like the base, though. The whole flame effects going on with the extras and stuff, that's pretty cool. But that's about it. 9 out of 10. It's a great figure. And to see Hot Toys stretch out to other licenses like this, it's nice. Like Pennywise that's coming and stuff like that. It's nice to see that we have stuff like this. It's very nice. And man, when stuff like this comes out, it's so nice. And then the price is cheaper than like Star Wars figures or Marvel, because they know they get their money. No, the licenses are expensive. No, they get their money. But anyway, hope what you like here on the EZ Company Collectibles. Make sure you subscribe, like the videos. They always help me. It's helping me for free, is liking these videos. So 9 out of 10, and I'm really good at buys. Really bad at good buys. Like this guy's really horny.